All right, thanks, Coach. EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the London Black Knights and our home team. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
On the double. Here's the mic. I got it.
On the ground, this is Saquon Barkley. 5 yards on the game's first play, second down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
Ready. Under 10. 10.
On second down, here's Barkley. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
And that's the big fella's MO right there. Running through tackles, keeping the sticks moving forward. This defense, if you don't bring 11 guys to the ball to try and get him on the ground, he's going to keep making runs like that. I feel the press box shaking every time he touches the rock.
Check 26. Wow. Ready, go.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. They'll rifle this one deep right side. And this is going to be caught, but they'll say out of bounds. So it's incomplete.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, he'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
And he'll take this for about 4 up to the 46-yard line.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe.
And this is caught. Touchdown. Marquise Brown with touchdown number 8 on the year as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. No problem there on the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line.
Let's go one more. Kill. Turn it up.
On 1st and 10, Person. And a quick throw here, that's complete. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20-point score gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace. Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Ready. Pittsburgh. 6, right there. 56. Me and you all day.
They'll try and run for it with Sanders. Sanders shaking and baking. A big seam, and he might go all the way. And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. A big play there. Hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Extra point up and through, and we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
10 yards there to start the drive, and just enough by about the length of the football for a first down.
First down, that night.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now back to throw. Flushed out right. He'll try and run it. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's 2nd down.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
On 2nd down, Barkley. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. 7 yards there and a first down. Well, they're making an effort to get the ground game going tonight. So far, it's working.
I like what we're seeing from the offensive line. They seem to have the leverage going, and they're controlling things and reestablishing the line of scrimmage, moving that defensive front backwards. But also like what the runner's giving us, too. It appears that he's been waiting all day long to get out here and take off.
Nifty running by Barkley there on first down. He scoots forward for 7 yards, sets him up nicely, 2nd and 3.
Looks like they're establishing a pretty good pattern here because they've been very heavy in the running game on the last 4 plays.
Yeah, you took the words right out of my mouth. So far, 4 plays in this drive, all 4 on the ground. There goes a deep ball, end zone. And it's caught. Touchdown. DK Metcalf. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And his guys have taken the lead. The fly route works for the TD ground.
And you know the receivers love to say, if we get even with the defender, we're leaving. And that's exactly what he did all the way into the end zone. And then he was on the business end catching it once he got over the stripe.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Through one quarter, 14-7 our score. To throw on 2nd down. Person. Looking left side. He's got it. Complete. Good yardage after the catch. Is that play good for 30 and a first?
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great. And what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big game. Throwing on first down. Person. Flush to his right. The escapability in evidence there is that one good for 15 and a first.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
off the play fake. Person. And that's incomplete. Got out of the pocket. Didn't look like he had anybody open, Charles, so just gets rid of it.
And a good play by him. If no one's open and you don't have a running lane that you want to take, make the right choice. Get rid of it. Live to fight another down.
So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28. Throwing again. Person. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And down inside the 15 he goes. Give him 14 on that one and a first down. They go back to the ground with Sanders. And he'll get about 3 just outside the 10, stopped at the 11.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short game.
It's a 2nd down run with Sanders. And he'll take this one inside the 10, down to the 8. 3 yards on the pickup. That's going to set up an interesting 3rd and about 4 to go.
Touchdown. Check 56. Rotate. Snap. Shrink that ball. Undercrush. 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 Sponge. 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 No. 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 Shit. Shit. 22. Jet. Cover. 22. Jet.
Back to throw. Person. Eluding the pressure right. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. You never want to give up a sack. From the O-line's perspective, they hate it for several reasons, especially because they felt like they let little brother down back there in the pocket.
Oh, no doubt. They have a ton of pride, and they go into every job wanting to keep that guy clean. They want that uniform with no grass stains, no dirt, nothing on it. But it's really, really difficult. You're talking about some terrific athletes who are trying to put him on the ground.
So we would have figured that one to be 3 points in the bank, but this game, it can be unpredictable at times.
Yeah, he knew he needed to pull it ever so slightly to get it going in the right direction, but he seemed to put a little too much on it, and from short range, that is a bad miss for an NFL kicker.
58, boys, 58. 58, Mike. Come on, baby.
They'll start out on the ground, and Saquon Barkley, he'll get about 3 as he's taken down at the 23.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
64, weak. We got to get to the ball. Let's keep moving. Bravo. Switch.
Here's a 2nd and 7. This will be caught by Brown. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. 15 yards on the play, first down. Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL. Now left side on the swing pass. He's got a first down and then some at midfield. And he takes it all the way down to the 22. 39 yards there, a big one.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play. They picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. They're going to look to throw. Sliding out of the pocket. And it's caught. Touchdown. Hollywood, Marquise Brown. His 2nd touchdown of the game and his 9th on the year. And his guys find a way to stretch that lead. Now he's having a nice little first half here, partner.
And it's a first half that leaves us anticipating what can still come. I mean, 2 touchdowns already here through the second quarter. There could be plenty more before this game is over.
Extra point splits the uprights, and it's now 21-7. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line.
Let's go. Let's go.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And with still more than a minute to go in the half, time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You could never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
The first play of the drive there is incomplete.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41.
Let's get out the field, defense.
Shotgun snap and then the give to Sanders. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in half number 1.
Mike's 47.
On 3rd down, Person. Got a man, it's complete. Williams. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Yeah. 47.
From the gun, Person. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And this is going to be intercepted. Read it well, and it's picked. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. They'll keep it on the ground again here. And he'll just keep 2 hands on the football as he'll be taken down after a short pickup. 4 yards on the pickup there as it'll leave him with a 3rd and about 4 more for a 1st. So we have come to halftime in what's already a 2-touchdown game. As we'll send you back over to Orlando with our EA Sports Halftime Report, here's Jonathan Coachman. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This fielded at the 2. And he'll be taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for him. The throw over the middle, taken in. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. The catch and run, good for 24 yards. Those are the kinds of plays right there that show you why he's the number 3 man in the NFL in terms of receiving yards.
Also tells you there's a full combination of what he's got going in his game. You name it, from route running to catching the football. That's why he's able to produce those types of numbers.
And let's pin the mirrors back and go full strength. Kill. Slam. Get it roll. Rest.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards. They'll get a couple yards on that one, and that'll make it a 2nd down. Here's 2nd and 8. Throwing into traffic there, and that's complete. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. That one, a first down pickup of 8. On first down, Person firing quickly here, and that's complete. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. 2nd and 2. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. 10 yards there, good enough for a Texan first down.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
This quarterback now 5 for 5 on the drive. He's responded after the interception. It's 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, it's Sanders. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. Deron Payne, the big D tackle there to make the stop.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
Pick it up, guys. Pick it up.
2nd and 6. And that is caught. Touchdown, Texans. From 17 yards out, as his guys are back within a single score. That's a score you felt they had to have here in the 3rd quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there's an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard, you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. This will be taken in at the 1. Took it the distance. What a great return. He stopped right around the 3.
All praises for a tremendous return, but how about the guys that never gave up on the play, refused to let him get into the end zone, and tracked him down before he got there and made the tackle? A lot of pride exhibited by guys on special teams.
Quite a turn of events. This is 1st and goal from the 3.
54's Mike. 54's Mike. Check, check. Walk 54. Walk 54. Yeah. You don't want none. Check 24. Check 24. What?
And Barkley will try to punch it in. And he is into the end zone for a touchdown. Saquon Barkley, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And his guys are going to add on to their lead.
Let's go.
The point after is good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They did what they had to do to start this 3rd quarter, went down, got the touchdown to cut the lead, but the matching touchdown a moment ago, and we're right back where we started at halftime.
Yeah, you're exactly right, partner. They had a little bounce in their step after scoring that first touchdown, but the defense gave one up, and that's the problem right now. Can they get better play from their defense while they continue to score on offense?
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Right back to Sanders on 1st down. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Looking to throw. Person. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. A fresh set of downs on a gain of 13 there for the Texans.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and get the quarterback a really nice target.
Call that a very strong gain of 24. On 1st and 10, Person. This is caught. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. Rolling and he's going to go down. This will count as a sack, a very short sack. Taken down at the 2.
Brings up 2nd and goal.
1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back at the 2 now. Here's 2nd and goal.
I'm here all day. I'm here.
They'll try to run with Sanders, and he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down. They need to reverse the trend. The last 2 plays have gone backwards. Now it's 3rd and goal. Operating from the gun. Person. And that is caught. Touchdown, Texans. From 6 yards away, as his guys are back within a single score.
I know Paul Revere talked about by land or by sea, right? You know, 1 by land, 2 by sea. He didn't mention air, because right now we're seeing a big-time performance, aren't we? That's 2 touchdowns so far in this game.
Where'd you pull that one from?
And, you know, every now and then I actually listened in history class.
And you're just a scholar all the way around. You're reading all the time. I like that you fit that into the broadcast.
You know, I just grab a nugget when I can.
And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They have the lead, obviously, late in the game. I guess the good news for them is if for some reason they would make a mistake, a field goal does the opposition no good.
Everyone loves to have a little bit of a cushion, and that helps you immeasurably. But the bottom line is, do all the things that you're taught in order to close out the game. Don't even let that become an issue.
Yeah, but still a one-possession game. This one not fully over yet. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Watch the run. Watch the eye. Bang, 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 bang. Bang, go.
Now Saquon Barkley. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down. Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely. You want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
Now a man open down the middle of the field. And he's going to be taken down with another 1st down as the stop's made at the Texans' 45-yard line. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. They'll run with Barkley. Tackle made there by the safety, Derwin James. Nice job there on the tackle. Keep him to the short gain. And, of course, he got some good news this week. He was named AFC Defensive Player of the Week from last week's effort.
And part of the reason he got that award, because of plays like that. Not every play is spectacular. Not every play is for a loss. Make the plays that are in front of you, keep it to short gains, and you pile up statistics.
And they'll try to squeeze in one more play here before the 2-minute warning. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So it's our visitors with the football as we get you reset. They're facing a critical third down now as they try to hold on to this lead. They'll drop the throw. Rolling to his right. He can run for it, and he will. And he gets us down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. Maybe not exactly what they had in mind, but that scramble good for 6 and a first down. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. A give to Barkley out of the gun. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. Didn't get to the sticks, but that's an ideal carry there on first down, isn't it?
I mean, now you're 2nd and 1. Although, you know, in the NFL, even if you picked up the first down, I don't think it's a big difference because the clock doesn't stop.
Yeah, not like college.
Right. If it's college football, you want to make 2nd and 1 is probably better than picking up the first down because in college football, the clock stops with every first down and actually aids the defense in that situation. I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now, I could be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call timeout. Run the football. We've got control of this thing. Get in behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine. A first down carry for Barkley. And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags. Wow, a personal foul at this stage in the 4th. Hard to believe.
Really hard to believe, and now that glow of hope that you had begins to flicker out, doesn't it?
Yep.
58, the money. Here we go, D. 6 guys. Check 6 guys. Ready, go.
After the penalty, they go with Barkley. And he will take this one in for a touchdown. Saquon Barkley with his 2nd TD of the game, his 6th on the year. And his guys find a way to stretch that lead. The extra point up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll bring it back to just about the 25, call it the 24-yard line. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. Throwing on first down. Person. Washington's got it. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. Great way to start the drive. 20 big ones and a first down. From the gun. Person.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Back to throw. Person. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion. Kind of a muddle in the middle of the field. We can go make a play on the football.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
And it is true. You can draft the fastest. You can draft the most athletic guys. But if they don't know the art of positioning, sometimes it's all for naught. In this case, in the right spot, help force the incompletion.
Well, had his hands on it for a second. Would have been a tough catch, though. Falls incomplete. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. That'll put him up over 160 yards receiving now for the game. They can't seem to stop it. Charles, we saw a lot of points go up in this one. Certainly defensively, stuff that they can look at on film, don't you think?
No doubt about it. And they've got to go back and check where the errors are, how they're going to fix them, and continue to get better at what they do. But they also need a little adjustment with their confidence. To give up that many points, even if you win a game, that can hurt you.
So for our visitors, it's a win that might keep them alive in the playoff race as they're back to 500 at 5-5. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for the home team here, it was a game they really needed as they drop back to 4-6. And they'll try to get back on track next week as they head to Dallas to take on the Cowboys. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew as well. We'll talk to you next time. So long, everybody. Okay, Coach, thank you. We are about 4,300 miles away from you there in Orlando as we come to you from the European home of the NFL, London, England. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Carolina Panthers and the London Black Knights. That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or two shy of the 30. The first carry for the former Nittany Lion. This is Saquon Barkley. He'll wind up getting a yard on the game's first play. It's second down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
On second down now, Barkley. This will go for 5 up to the 33.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain considering the blitz that they just had against them.
And they'll look to avoid an early 3 and out here on 3rd and 4. On the draw, this is Barkley. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down. And they'll send out their punter now. He'll kick it away after a 3 and out on the opening drive of the game. And here's a very low line drive, almost whiffed on it. Returnable here from the 38. Officially just 27 yards there on the punt. And the Panthers will take over now, 1st and 10. Good starting position for the Panthers as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 43. They'll run it now out of the gun. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they will pay dividends as the game progresses.
8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. They'll run it now out of the gun. It'll be a gain of 2 on the play, but they'll remain a few inches short here with 3rd down looming. The good run on first down followed up by a not-so-good run on 2nd down.
Now let's find out if they're going to stick with the run here on 3rd down. A lot of people would love to see some play action here. I say go with your best running play over your best blocker.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Give him 10 there, good enough for a Panther first down. Had a chance to maybe limit them to 3 if they could have gotten that stop there, but a new set of downs.
And with a new set of downs, you got to take the mentality of the whole thing. Right now, everyone's looking at the offense and saying they've got the advantage. The best defenses just say, okay, new set of downs, gives us another chance to make a play ourselves and maybe change things up.
Give him 30 yards there. They lulled them to sleep there, so to speak. That was all set up by the running game, wasn't it?
Another example of what all offensive coordinators tell us. When the running game's operating, it really opens up the playbook. And that's when they hit it with the play action. And you can see the defenders rushing towards the line of scrimmage, then scrambling back, trying to cover. Couldn't get there in time.
Well scripted. They had the big running play, now the big passing play. The line of scrimmage, the 7 now on 2nd and goal.
Sam off. Shoot.
Looking to throw. Nix. And it'll be intercepted. Good positioning, and it's picked off. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. He had a little bit of the turnover bug last week, 3 interceptions. Not an absolute disaster, but another one here. Do you start to get a little worried?
You worry about your team as a whole because you have to find a way to make those interceptions, quote-unquote, go away, and that means your defense. They've got to go out there on sudden change and at least hold people to field goals. And if that keeps happening, they lose confidence in the quarterback, and then no one plays well.
2nd and 9 now from the 21.
Check, 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 check.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
Ready. Let him.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
I think the punter might start to get into a pretty good rhythm here if he keeps getting opportunities. But that's the last thing his team wants to have happen, right? The last thing you want to see is your punter feeling pretty good because he's out there all the time.
Yeah, first quarter only, but they're 0 for 2 on 3rd down conversions to start this thing. Taking it about the 36. It'll wind up being a net of 41. 9-yard return, 50 on the punt. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left. We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. No score after 1 on EA Sports.
Come on, set. 90 Wolf. That's track. Go.
On 1st down, Nix dancing to his left. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down.
They just gave up a sack there, and if I'm not mistaken, they gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes. And just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if they're going to have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back, someone to help assist, because right now, their quarterback's been getting hit a lot in the last couple of games.
They'll run it now out of the gun. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down. Well executed there on 2nd down, so do you go back to the air on 3rd?
Well, that's a possibility, but now you've opened up things to where you showed that you would run the ball in long-distance situation. You might come back again because I doubt they believe you'll do it a 2nd time.
And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively.
Protein spill. Hey, lock it.
Operating from the gun. Nix got his man complete over the middle. It's Schwartz. And he gets it to the 32. Good enough for a 1st down. 3rd down turns to 1st with that 5-yard pickup. From the 32 now. Here's 1st and 10.
Leo, get it.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he gets stopped up at the 31 after a gain of maybe a yard.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Ready.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. From the gun, Nix. Throw left side complete. It's Schwartz. The catch and run there, good for 16 and a 1st.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
Here we go, set, 50, plant. Check, 47. Look, squeeze. Fair. He's checking crap. Let's go, hit it.
Now a handoff looking right. And they'll lose yardage here. Knocked back to the 19-yard line. It's a loss of 4 on the 1st down play. Bear in mind, that wasn't a big lineman back there for the tackle for loss. That was a cornerback.
So are you saying the myth has been shattered? That all of them are not just cover corners? Some of them actually will stick their nose in and tackle when necessary? That's what we just saw, isn't it?
Hey, echo. 6-6, 5.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Nix. And he will take it across for a Panthers touchdown. From 19 yards away. As his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You've got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go, look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And they'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And still a lot of football to be played in this season. We're only in November. A lot can happen between now and January. But if it ended today, they would just be on the outside of the playoff picture looking in. So a lot to fight for.
Yeah, and wasn't it interesting in our meeting with the coaching staff that they all made sure to let us know, we know where we are right now, but the playoffs don't start tomorrow. We still got some time, and they plan on putting it together, formulating a streak, get the whole month of December still left to play. They think they can get in.
And they made it very obvious to us that there's no playoff talk. A battle for it, and it's intercepted. Dante Jackson picks it, and they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line. The struggles continue here offensively. Still nothing for them on the scoreboard, and now an interception.
Yeah, the offense looks extremely sluggish, not really in sync at all. Dare I say, it looks like they get left behind in customs.
Oh, you've had that in your back pocket. You were waiting for that.
Probably should have left it in my back pocket, too.
Well played. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. 2 minutes on the clock, second quarter, 7-0 ball game. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
Sorry, we get slap happy up here sometimes. Now, a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Operating from the gun. Nix looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Lamb. It's a Carolina first down on a gain of 16. That's what we're used to seeing from him right there. Plays like that, why he's number 4 in the league in terms of receiving yardage.
Able to make adjustments all along the way. Doesn't matter where he lines up, where he releases from. Working his way into the secondary, figures out defenses and finds weak spots in order to get open.
Barry on to punt as he gets this one away. A 39-yard punt, a return of 5, and the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. He's going deep for Brown. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some Dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive. Now this pass into the hands of Saquon Barkley, and he'll be corralled right around the 34. 11 yards there, first down. On first down, he'll drop to throw. Escaping the pressure right. He's going to take off with it. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there at 2nd down.
Yeah, he only gets a few yards on 1st and 10, but he's better off doing that than throwing an incompletion or even worse, an interception.
70 Indy. Switch up, switch up. Delta. Right there. Ready to go.
They'll look to throw here. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down.
This defense not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. He came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on second down. Looking to throw. And that is incomplete. Problems on third down so far in this first half. Relatively small sample size, but they're now 0 for 3.
And the average in the league, somewhere around 40% on third down for offenses. So what's the answer to this? Either convert them or don't get to third down in the first place. Get your big chunks of yards on first and second down.
He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And this ball is going to be down now right at the 10-yard line. Good spot.
Well, someone's going to be happy with that effort. You know who else is going to be happy? His defense.
Absolutely.
He's created a very long field for that offense to try to traverse.
And he got some help from Mr. Football there, checking up nicely. Good English on that punt.
Draw quarter.
Let's get off the field, D.
And he's able to get this one all the way past the 30. 23 yards on the pickup there and a first.
Sometimes those lines that are drawn on a grease board or in a playbook, they come to life out on the field, don't they? And we just saw that on that outside handoff to the right.
That right tackle, he gets excited for that call, doesn't he?
He does, because he just wants to dominate his guy and say, listen, I was the point of attack. I took care of business. That's why you're able to get downfield and add all those yards to your total.
Yeah, really nice gain there. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half.
Got it.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. From the gun, Nix. That one into the hands of Kane. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. The Panthers going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half.
Ready?
So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33.
You ain't got nothing. You ain't got nothing.
Hey, Wahoo! Be crippled. Be crippled.
Operating from the gun. Nix. He'll let this go for the end zone. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee.
Here we go.
They come up in a two tight end look here.
56. All right, T, let's go. All right, T.
And this will result in him losing yardage. Back to the 3. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit from the right hash, and this one just a chippy. And his kick is indeed good, and that will do it for this first half. So we reach halftime here in a 10-point game as it's time now to send you back stateside to Orlando, Florida, and check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. As they say here in London, all to play for as we are back underway in the second half. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he'd taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them.
Defenders giving chase, but I don't think they're going to get there. Touchdown, Carolina. A great effort there. 79 yards. And the Panthers, they widen their lead. was important to get the first score of the second half. Now you start to pull away a little bit and get some breathing room going.
And now we find out about the fortitude of the group that's behind, because they were counting on getting into the game a little bit more, right? Maybe they get the first score. That doesn't happen. It looks almost insurmountable, but it's not. Let's see how hard they play the rest of the game.
Let's go, let's go, let's go. 60 outlaw. They're not ready.
On play action, they'll throw. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down. Trying to get their tight end involved finally. That's the first time that they've looked his way. He's kind of been a forgotten man in this offensive scheme.
Yeah, it didn't look his way at all in the first half, and I'll bet you the offensive coordinator made a note at the half and said, let's get him involved because he could be a big-time playmaker for us.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in third and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed.
Now a clash of bodies here, and it's intercepted. He's picked off just shy of midfield. And they'll set up shop right near midfield at the 49-yard line.
Come on, set. 30 base. Hey, Sam off.
You ain't doing nothing.
Get it.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. It's a Carolina first down on a gain of 16.
And this is an example of breaking down a defense, because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
That's complete to his receiver, Kane. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. A very nice pickup of 33 yards.
60 outlaw.
Right here, right here.
61, matchbox, hit it.
They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And he is in. Touchdown, Carolina. A great play there. His second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Panthers, they widen their lead. Point after, right down the middle. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. That'll be taken in the end zone. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side because you've got to find something, some spark somewhere. And so far, just being calm hasn't exactly worked.
They need any spark at this point. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down.
58, lock it. What's the ball? Check 99. Check 99. Ready.
Back to throw. He's going deep for Brown. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off at the 36. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line.
Ready?
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. There have been no struggles here for this crew. I mean, they were up double digits at halftime, and they've just expanded that here in the second half.
And it appears there are no answers from the defensive side. I think right now, if I'm the coordinator, if I'm down on the field, if I'm wearing a hat, I've already thrown it. If it's a visor, it's sailed, right? My game plan is down by my feet right now because nothing I've drawn up appears to be working.
Well, he's going to have to find something right now to stop this offense. A solid run on first down, gain of 7, leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them.
Hey, we got to get this stop here, Shoot.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he gets it down to the 32. 6 yards to pick up, and that's a first down.
In my book, that's running the ball well but with intelligence. How about him keeping the clock moving, staying in bounds?
Yeah, even though it's the third quarter, you're thinking ahead, aren't you? This is where your running game can really help you with a lead in the second half.
I agree totally. It's not just end-of-the-half situations that you worry about the clock. It's throughout the game. And with a lead, stay in bounds. Make them fight harder to try and catch you.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete.
Certainly appeared like they had a great chance of that turning into a touchdown, but maybe led him just a bit too much.
Yeah, out of the back of the end zone. And that's tough on a 5-yard pass, but one of that distance, that can be tough to gauge when you're in the back of the end zone. And to give this time to the tailback. It'll be a pickup of 5, and that leaves them with 5 more. 3rd and 5 now.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
Back to throw. Nix. Yeah, that one's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? Zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
So that's a 7-play drive that ultimately stalls out there at the end.
And things were a little leaky in the beginning on that drive, weren't they? But how about the front 7? As they got closer to their goal line, things stiffened a little bit, forced the field goal.
And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They are right now just ice cold. I mean, they have struggled big time in this game, and they're getting blown out. How do they adjust?
So tough because we always talk about it being a team game, and you need all 11 working well together. But every now and then, partner, you need that one guy who can make a play against all odds that maybe can ignite things. And I think that's what they're looking for right now.
Yeah, you talk about going to your playmakers. They probably need to do it.
Find someone that you're used to touching the football that makes big plays and give them that opportunity to maybe wake up everyone else.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Buzz. Mike's 50. Mike's 50. Go, go, go. And go.
He'll look to throw. He's going deep for Brown. He's got a man complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. That goes for a gain of 31. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10.
Let's go. Mike's 50. Mike's 50.
He'll look to throw. Gets this out to Saquon Barkley. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another 1st down. This quarterback now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Brian Burns make that now 8 sacks for him on the season.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
And with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. That one good for 17 as they're set up better now for 3rd down. This offense so far on 3rd down, a pretty woeful 0 for 5 thus far. This time they face a 3rd and 2. They'll try to run for it with Barkley. And he will have the 1st down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. The gain of 5 that time gives him the conversion and makes it 1st and goal.
Here we go. 30 base. Let's go.
Right there. Switch.
Alpha.
58's to Mike. 58. 58's to Mike. Check Mike. Check Mike. 58's to Mike. 58's to Mike.
Let's go.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Flushed out, and he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
They'll set up a throw. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off down at the 10. He's at the 50. He's at the 30. 20. 10. And he will bring this one back. It's a pick 6 for a Panther touchdown. That's the story of the game. They've been suffocating all game long on defense. They were suffocating there again in a big way.
And they've done it not just by out-athleting them, which is often the case, but by being able to adjust to anything they tried to throw at them and beating them into the punch each and every time. This was a defense that was well prepared.
This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And okay, all right, I'm being facetious here, but you get points, you feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
They'll run it now out of the gun. It's a 5-yard pickup, so essentially they get the penalty yardage back, and it's back to 2nd and 10. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's our home team here in possession of the football as we come back. They're looking at 2nd down now as they search for a consolation score. He'll buy some time right. And he's going to keep it here. And he'll be upended here after a pickup of 3, getting it out to the 25.
They brought the blitz that time, and I thought they were going to get to him, but instead, he flipped it on its ear and ended up picking up positive yardage.
I thought he was dead to rights, but you are exactly correct, sir. Able to turn that into a positive gain. He's going to let it fly. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Barkley, and they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8. And the trend continues here in the 4th like it was in the 1st, 2nd, and 3rd. He's had nowhere to run.
And you're probably thinking to yourself, why do they keep feeding him the football? Well, they trust him first and foremost. They do believe that over time he might actually pop one of these runs. But the bottom line is he takes care of the ball well for them, so they'll keep handing it to him.
A gain of 13. It's a 1st down. This quarterback now just 7 of 16 passing thus far, but he's got a 1st and 10. Barkley on 1st down, going to work his way forward only for about a couple there. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Right there, 54, right there, 54, Mike.
So this one is over. A victory for Carolina. And I tell you what, Charles, this might be about as good as it gets. They were incredible.
Yeah, offense was in fine form. The defense threw the shutout at them. I think they worked in concert together. What I like about the offense was they held the ball pretty well. You know, time of possession, exactly what they were looking for in this one. And that helped out their defense. Didn't have to be out there the entire time. So when you do that and you're out there fresh playing, off a little extra spring in your step, and it showed up in this one.
They had a ton of spring in their step. Impressive victory. So for the Panthers, they get win number 10 on the year as they move to 10-1. And now it's off to Heathrow as they get set to fly back to the U.S. in a couple hours. Meanwhile, for the home team here, it's starting to look like it won't be their year as they drop to 5-6. And they'll try to turn things around next week as they have a matchup in Cincinnati against the Bengals. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.